Dad's retirement years. So as you know, Mom and Dad retired in Fergus. And when I asked them why Fergus, they said, well, the tornado has ruined Grand Valley and Orangeville is simply too big. Fergus was just the right size. So then they had to find a house that met their needs. And Dad, he just loved going around and looking at all the new houses, but Mom found it exhausting. Place after place, and she didn't like any of the houses. But when she walked into the house at 575 St. Patrick Street East, she proudly announced that she could certainly live here, and they promptly bought that house. Now, some people might think that Elmer was a little young when he retired at the age of 57. However, he likes to point out that he actually started farming just a little bit earlier than most farmers. As you heard before, he was 13 years old when his father was struck by lightning and Elmer had to take over the farm. And after planting and harvesting 44 years of crops, he decided enough was enough. He had done his share. Finally, being free of all those dairy cows, Mom and Dad celebrated their newfound freedom with a trip to Nashville and thoroughly enjoyed the celebration of country music at the Grand Ole Opry. Dad's sister, Mary, and her husband, Ike, lived in Guelph, and they were quite active with the Guelph Modern Square Dancing Club. So Mom and Dad decided that they were going to join the Square Dancing Club, and Mary and Ike accompanied Mom and Dad to their weekly lessons for the first year. Square dancing was the perfect activity as they loved to dance, they met new people, and they also got to enjoy time with Mary and Ike. Not to mention that it was wonderful exercise. Now I will say that some of those square dancing outfits were a little matchy-matchy, but Mom and Dad loved them.
Hi, Phyllis.
And they enjoyed over 20 years of square dancing. Now, Ioan did not sit around the house. My son Jeffrey was born the next spring, and Mom went to Elmira to babysit him 3 days a week. She continued to babysit my other kids, Alyssa and Lucas, as well. And Mom said that she loved babysitting the kids because she really got to know them. And I was really happy because I knew that they were being well cared for and that Mom could handle anything. She certainly impressed Jeff when she killed a big mouse in the middle of the kitchen floor with a broom. Soon, other grandchildren started arriving, and Mom and Dad enjoyed many of the 5K road trip circuits. Kelly in Newmarket, followed by Keith in Whitby, then Kevin out on the hill near Coburg, and finally Karen in Kingston. Early on in his retirement, Dad got invited to go out lawn bowling, and he liked it so much that he decided to join the league. He had a natural talent for the game and actually won the league championship one year. He has always enjoyed working with wood, and during his retirement, he had lots and lots of woodworking projects. His children and his grandchildren were the lucky recipients of many of these projects. Jewelry stands, toy boxes, shoe cupboards, cradles, just to mention a few. My son Jeff got to help Papa with lots of these projects, and Papa helped Jeff to discover a love of construction, which he uses today both in his job and in his hobbies. And also Dad is very proud of Levi, who's chosen to pursue carpentry. Giving back is part of retirement, and Mom and Dad both volunteered for 20 years for the Fergus Hospital. Mom worked at the Opportunity Shop and Dad installed TVs. Many people benefited from that volunteer work, so thank you very much for that. Church continued to play a large part in Mom and Dad's life. And not only did they stay involved at their home church in Monticello, they decided to attend church in Fergus at Melville United Church. This was perfect because they could continue to see and work on projects with their lifelong friends back in Monticello while making new friends in Fergus. Melville was a very friendly and welcoming community. Mom joined the UCW and developed many friendships there. Dad joined the choir, thanks to Margaret Short, who took him and introduced him to the choir director. They were really hoping for a tenor, but they finally decided that Dad was a bass and they had to leave him in the bass section. The last few years before COVID hit, Mom and Dad enjoyed playing cards at the local senior centers. It took them a while to take advantage of the senior center activities. Dad said he simply wasn't ready to accept that senior label, and maybe that's the key to enjoying life when you're 90 years old. On a more serious note, it has been wonderful to watch your love grow over the years. You two are a true team. You have always loved and supported each other, and this has only increased over the years. You have always managed the big things together, but it is the little things that impress, and you do them in the spirit of joy. After all, it's the little things that are the big things. Dad doing Mom's hair, working as a team to get meals. You both love to have fun, and you both have a wonderful sense of humor. When Mom and Dad come to the cottage, they sleep in the room next to Ted and me. And when Ted and I go to bed, we can always hear chatter and laughter coming from their bedroom long after they've been in bed. And that laughter and chatter warms my heart, and it's just evidence of how much you love and care for each other. Mom and Dad respect each other, and they treat each other with respect. But perhaps most importantly, they know how to put other people's needs above their own. Living like this on a daily basis has brought you much happiness and much success. Your relationship and your love for each other is a model for all of us. We love you, and we're very, very proud of you. Now, I believe that Mom and Dad